of Hormuz. Mike Lee, I want to get your take on this because, you know, the truth is that the United States doesn't need the Strait of Hormuz. Yes, we're impacted because of the price of oil. Your reaction?
Well, Maria, I think the U.S., that might be the smartest play for the U.S. I mean, what we're doing in Iran is to the benefit of the entire Western world, okay? And you have, just as you just said, Italy and Spain and the U.K. All denying us access to their military bases. Now, let me ask you, can any of these European Union countries defend themselves? No. No, they cannot. Why? Because they have not invested in their defense the way the United States has, more specifically the United States taxpayer has. Okay? They have government-funded pensions, they have free health care, and they want to lecture us what we have to do. Their security is entirely dependent on the United States taxpayer, and look at them snubbing our noses. They're snubbing their noses at us. This, like, who needs allies like this?
Yeah. And let's not forget, I mean, you know, Iran told us they didn't have long-range missiles. Then they sent long-range missiles into Diego Garcia Island. Long enough, market is pivoting. I think there's now some, you know, a realization that people are understanding President Trump is not going to allow inflation to get out of control. I mean, we've got the spikes. He says it's temporary. I think markets believe it. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, so I think we're searching for a bottom and people are ready, but we haven't had that moment of total capitulation. But when you peel the layers back, you look at earnings growth this quarter, roughly 12%, and then for the next 3 quarters, between 18 to 20, which is a material acceleration of earnings, and we've never gone through a period where earnings are growing like this and expectations are increasing, yet at the same time, price to earnings multiples are contracting in the proportions that they've had. So it's just a matter of what's going to take away this overhang. And hopefully a deal is near, but you could be looking at a potential rocket ship of a market on the other side of this, but that is a big if. I still love this AI complex. Mark, are you looking at any of these AI names still?
Yeah, I mean, look, the same ones that I've loved for a long time. If you look at their multiples now, they're equivalent to the S&P 500. And some of these software companies that were bloodied a little bit before all of this stuff started, those companies already were looking very, very attractive.
Yeah, look, this is an unbelievable idea. This is the main tool that I think most Americans use to create a liquid net worth and a cash flow in retirement. And I think the Department of Labor is saying, hey, there's other vehicles for investors to make money for people that have longer time horizons, because typically in your 401k, it's not money that you need next week or next year even, and you're continually adding to it. So like a Bitcoin where you could dollar cost average into it. Is the Department of Labor going to come up with some additional clarification or maybe go on and, you know, add some investor education to their platform so people can become more aware of this, making it easier for the fiduciaries? Or is there any plans along those lines so that more people can understand this and potentially get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Through the proposed rulemaking, as the comment period's open for the next 60 days, that's going to be important to understand, you know, what the rulemaking is going to, we're going to want all,
you know, viewers and voters need to understand that and need to, I mean, I wonder if people are going to come out to say, you know, we're going to try to stop this.
Well, look, I think what the Democrats have done this time is they're not talking about what they're going to do when they take control. All right, I'm surprised that this got leaked out. It's probably a shot across the bow for all these people to not support Republicans or not try to make a big splash in the midterm. But the reality is, my understanding is the plan is to start impeaching everyone around Trump and destroy all the support around him and then go for him. Because the mistake according to them, is that they going directly at him the last time, okay, allowed his supporters to rally around him. And that gave so much support to Trump, and it had this kind of negative effect the way the Mar-a-Lago raid. Whereas if they paint the entire administration as corrupt and then go for him, they feel they have a better chance to take him out.
All right, let's go to the briefing. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and the Joint Chiefs